Yeah. Over the years, you've acquired many talents, and throwing darts is one of them. Bullseye. The dartboard and the section of wall it's on moves aside to reveal a secret passageway.
I'm confused. What, did he actually throw it?
Yeah, he threw it.
Why?
Because he's got that talent.
Yeah, but why?
He just...
Why just stick it in?
Look, he's badass.
No one in this room.
He went on the line that's too far away and threw it.
Yeah, but it's just tape. This is not a mechanism. There's no need for them to do this.
Ace Harding plays by the rules.
Ace Harding is a fool.
This seems to be a secret, but stuffy room seems to be a secret room. This place needs some air circulation. Phew-wee. These funny telephones from the past are everywhere in this game. Oh, banana. This game is the best game we've ever played. The skin of this banana peels away easily, revealing the fruit inside. We've got a functional banana. You wolf down the banana, momentarily forgetting that they disagree strongly with your digestive system.
Oh no.
We're going to die shitting ourselves.
I thought we might need like a banana peel.
Yeah, I was kind of watching you go and thinking the same thing. Like, maybe we'll get in a Mario Kart.
Yeah, maybe it will happen. We'll need to throw it on the floor and then run.
And then we'll need that. Yeah, probably. That's all that's in here? No.
No.
Oh, whoa. Okay, that's not. There's a photo album.
Okay, well,
and our
there's
evidence.
Our stuff. Yeah, so there's the evidence there. I've forgotten what this was already. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, that's the letter we already read, yep. So that's there.
You can barely make out the scribblings on this piece of paper. It seems to be a list of Chicago-based companies with the words accept or terminate written next to each. Pretty ominous sounding stuff. Way to write in code. The ledger is now open. The ledger lists all the payments that appear in Siegel's diary. I wonder if these are the real books, you mutter to yourself. So do we need that?
Yeah, we're taking that immediately then.
Yeah.
That's evidence.
Okay. Right.
What is this?
I think it's just a table mat. Oh, it's a desk blotter. I assume when you're writing letters in ink, you like pour all the ink onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Phone can't
always
be
opening.
Opened. Yep, always
just opening all phones now. I've been burnt before.
Alright. Time to leave?
I guess so.
So where do we go now?
I'm going to get off this screen at least.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need to be there anymore. So that was that one.
Do you want to save before we do anything? Just so that we've got... I don't know how much time we've got left.
Okay, so... what would this be?
Finished with the laundrette or something like that.
That was the wrong way to do that as well. I randomly put an apostrophe in that. But it's fine.
It'll do. Right. Where do you think we should go?
We got the real books, and we've got an additional letter. Was it? That had a bunch of Chicago businesses on it. I don't know. I'm unsure now.
So what are we actually supposed to be doing here?
We're supposed to be following the money trail and work out where it's gone, I think.
But we've got
along the way,
we've got
collect
all
the evidence.
Evidence, fake books, real books. A vague idea of some people double-crossing each other.
Mm-hmm.
But then who are we meant to bring all this to?
I guess... I don't know, actually. I guess Malone at the end?
What, as in we go to the office and talk to him? He wasn't there.
No, it's true. We've got the dice, the loaded dice, now?
What do we do with those?
Dunno. Get more money. Infinite money now.
Stuff one of them in each of our eyes. And just go, what on earth is going on? I'm kind of lost.
Hmm.
For the next step.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like Vegas might be done.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to work out where would we go from here.
I think I'm going to check, because...
I really hope that your check doesn't say, please don't eat the banana. Because it'll kill you at the end of the game.
Uh-oh. It says, please don't eat the banana, because you will get IBS.
Oh, no.
It does not say that. It doesn't say anything about the banana. I think the banana was optional.
It's an optional banana.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
So we did everything we needed to do. We went back. Okay. Oh, this is a bit annoying. Alright, so we're actually quite near the end of the game.
Right.
What we have to do, and you might need to try and explain to me why this is important, is that in that office, the secret office,
yeah,
we're supposed to drop a cigar ring on the desk, which I guess is implying that that guy... I guess this is fixing our problem, right? It's not... It's like...
Yeah, I get it.
It's taking all the evidence and running away.
On the desk?
Yeah. And then we go back to the hotel. And then we go up to the office again.
Okay.
And then we drop some evidence there. So you drop Siegel's diary, the letter from Sugar, and the letter to the boss in here.
Which office?
The right-hand door.
Right.
Malone's office, so that makes sense. So we're giving Malone some evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So which things was it? It was
Siegel's diary. Good luck.
Siegel's diary.
You might want to save.
Moving around doesn't do anything.
No.
I don't think. Siegel's diary.
You sure that's Siegel's diary? Okay.
Yes. The Sugar Shack letter.
Yep. And the letter to the boss.
And this letter here.
Yeah. Boss. What's the name of the guy who's been, bothering us that we're now trying to frame?
DV? Or... Oh, wait. Oh,
no.
Yeah,
He had a funny name, didn't he? Like Stonky?
I thought it was Stogie something.
Stogie. So he's got... Why are we framing him? Just because it's funny? Or to get him off our back?
Probably to get him off our back, I would
So we're just going to get him killed?
But also, I think, we're supplying all this evidence that DV is betraying him.
Yeah.
Directly to him. So I guess...
We are telling the truth.
Yeah.
or we're giving him the evidence that something dodgy has happened, like that people have cooked the books and taken money from him.
Oh no, we didn't need either of those, did we? It was just the letter that got taken from us, so that's the evidence he wanted to hide.
Yes, we're just to do
fine.
those. Then, in an extremely underwhelming final move, we leave the casino, go to the train station, and then just get on any train.
Oh.
As in leave. Just run away.
What? Okay. Well, did we not see a resolution? Or...
Well, I guess let's see. I guess we're giving people some stuff and then getting out of town.
Any train?
Any train, as long as we can pay the fare, I guess. 15. Okay. And I guess Stogie, Stuffy, whatever, isn't with us right now. I guess let's see what happens. Okay, welcome to St. Louis. Meanwhile, back in the city of Las Vegas. Saturday, September 6th, 10:32 a.m. Suspected gang kingpin Anthony Malone enters the Lucky Dice Hotel and Casino. Saturday, September 6th, 11:05 a.m. Alleged monster Daniel Ventini arrives at the suspected mafia laundering operation. It is a money laundry. When you get to town, the newspapers are full of the Great Las Vegas Shootout. Your strategy of telling Malone and Ventini about each other worked perfectly. When the dust settled, they were dead. They had gotten each other before Eva could get to you. Congratulations. Okay. Another certificate. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I guess I get it.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't following the details of that story, or able to follow the details of that story well enough to know that that was really what we were supposed to do, or...
I got we were telling Malone about Danny Ventini, but I didn't realise giving the ring was saying, oh, that means Malone's after you as well. So I guess... What, so they both... Malone got the evidence, but also... Ventini got back, saw that his...
They were given a reason to to kill each other.
Yeah.
I think.
But he realised that he thought that the hitman guy that was after us had collected all the evidence and probably delivered it back to Malone. So then they both tried to kill each other and it succeeded.
Yeah.
I guess.
And we got away.
And didn't actually have to find... Well, I guess we did find the money in terms of it was Ventini.
Yeah.
Was actually, basically skimming off the top and taking the money that, what's the bar guy's name? Joey Siegel. Siegel was meant to be delivering.
I'm so confused.
It's a very roundabout, that game, but I think it's actually a pretty simple story, I guess, in essence.
It's just that there are a bunch of names and the method of piecing those things together. It was just a little bit difficult. Maybe it's just me, but it was hard for me to follow what was going on. If anything, I feel this game was kind of missing the sort of regular prompts and little memory bursts from the first game, which kind of sort of steered you a bit. Though I would say the first game still had this sort of problem at the end where we weren't really sure what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a direction, I think, is the problem. I mean, one of the problems.
Right. Well, let's get a name down.
Do you want to do something else on this?
Hmm? Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about what I was gonna thinking about. I was collecting my thoughts about what I thought about the game.
Oh, okay, all right. I don't think there's probably any point to moving beyond here because I think every time we've done this before, it press print and then it goes to like my print queue.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, we haven't really spoken about like the game that much. Just talking about the stupid things happening in the immediacy. Do you prefer this to the first one? Do you like it?
I mean, so both games have done something with Deja Vu specifically. Have done a thing that occasionally I kind of get to the end of the game and go, okay, there was really specific, like, kind of cooler bits in it mechanically. Like, things I wasn't expecting. For instance, the fact that there was even a puzzle in that at all was a surprise. And I thought the magnet button thing, as well as just kind of the like all that stuff that kind of happened in that last act of Vegas, wasn't too bad. I actually thought that was all right.
Okay.
I mean, for the rest of the game, though, I mean, I feel like they perhaps didn't capitalize on the train thing that much. I thought we were going to be going to more places.
I thought it would be a train trip, like across America.
Well, maybe not so much that, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe they're all red herring things. Maybe if you go to a take the train anywhere else, that guy just kills you or something.
Maybe that's worth
like,
trying.
Because he thinks you're trying to like skip town or something.
Yeah, it might be worth trying it. Just load a save and
see where it gets. Yeah.
See whether it kills you or not, because it does seem. I wouldn't say it's out of character for the game to just have something like that, but it is weird that it's got like these 4 different locations. Because I thought the same thing. I thought, okay, we'll probably need to go to different places to do certain things. I'm kind of glad we didn't need to, because, as I say, the direction, the ability of this game to direct its player to any kind of action.
Yeah, they didn't.
It just doesn't have it.
It didn't give direction very well. I think though, like, it's one of those things. I think if this was slightly more, had learned, from some lessons from, say, further on games, like was released slightly later. I think, with a bit more direction, maybe some more clearer narrative technique. I would have liked the idea of maybe, instead of the click-based timer thing, that to have a area-based timer thing with the trains, and then almost do a slightly more, well, not more convoluted, because this was clearly they managed to take this quite simple story when you think about it and make it messy and difficult to follow, but a slightly more sort of follow the breadcrumbs trail across towns. Maybe the mob operation is slightly bigger than we think, and like push different directions and go to different places to get different angles on it. But
is your conclusion we needed a different, better game?
Yeah, I think so. But like, kind of, I don't mind the MacVenture games at this point. They are kind of, I think Uninvited is a hard, it's a hard. The first one's, I think, the hard one to get into of the MacVenture games because of kind of the strange mechanics.
I agree.
But I found a lot of the things. I found a lot of things really funny. Like, I think the writings, some of the little lines that you get in these games, they've not. I don't think they've ever failed to make us laugh at least a couple of times through the games.
Yeah, it's fair enough. They are entertaining. They're interesting. I don't think I would have managed to complete this without looking at the walkthrough steps.
No, I don't think so either.
I think it kind of fails at that. But then I think most of them do so far. Really, there's always something, isn't there?
Yeah.
That locks you out. I kind of wish it would. Oh, it would be nice to see someone try to interpret this kind of interface in an adventure without time limits and frustrating end deaths. Again, it's one of those things where the deaths aren't particularly a problem if you just reload and can start again, but the fact that you can fairly easily lock yourself out without any real indication of that you've done that.
Yeah.
It's like the big sin of all of these older games. That's the thing that really gets on my nerves mostly. In some ways, it's fun to see the deaths. They're quite funny and part of the experience, and that's fine.
It'd be good if there was if the deaths were not triggered by running out of time. So, which meant that you could, after dying, it would just load you back to where you were, and then you could continue on.
They just have too much of a cumulative effect, so it makes it so that you put yourself in an unwinnable position, and it's a bit frustrating. And then the other side of it is just the fact that you could then, in some cases, we got quite a way without that train guide.
I was about to say, yeah, that's one thing that really sours this game, is that we had already locked ourselves out of completing the game by leaving the first room.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is very fair.
And didn't discover that until we got, way down the line, and didn't discover it for ourselves.
And also, it's not even a good reason for not being able to get back, because it has to have this set of things you can't know about the game until you reach that part, like the fact that you have to show things to travel around Chicago. But also, the thing you're showing him is not a unique thing. Let's be honest. You're giving me the train timetable. Why doesn't the train station have a train timetable? Just a timetable about. Why can't we pick another copy of it up in the Vegas one or in the Chicago one or literally anywhere?
Yeah. It makes no sense
that it's only in our room. And by leaving your room, you can go back in. We found out second start again, but when we tried the first time, it had already locked itself.
Yeah.
So you can't even go back. So either make the room actually openable, or I don't know, make those things more available.
There should be another way to get hold of a train approach to get to the train station. It does seem crazy that is the only way. At a point where you don't even really know if a train station's going to... I mean, I did notice when picking it up on my replay through to get us back to where we were that it said, this is a train timetable. That's a useful thing. So I don't know if that was meant to be their way of sort of telling you should keep that. But these games suffer from so many items that you tend to try and avoid picking up stuff that isn't obviously
necessary.
Yeah, like we did all the keys, we did money, but we didn't pick up every piece of clothing just in case, not every letter. And a timetable is innocuous enough to feel like environmental junk. So
if anything, compared to the first MacVenture game we played, we learned very much from that game that we can't pick up too much. I even though we probably had a few things that we didn't need, I think we were actually pretty tight on terms of...
I'm still not sure what the rules are on that. I don't know if it's just that some items or objects are labelled with a certain weight and shout at you if you try and put them in your inventory, or if there is an actual cumulative hard limit based on the items that you have in your inventory at any one time.
I think they have a weight.
You think they each have a weight assigned, and once you get to that point... That felt that way in Uninvited, but I don't feel that we got any indication of that here or in the other game, apart from that suitcase. To the point where it could just be the suitcase was considered too big. I don't know.
Yeah, it very well could have been, but I can't see why they would change the back-end system that much.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know in terms of how many other items around... I guess maybe we'd have seen it if we tried to put the vacuum cleaner in our trousers or whatever.
True.
Yeah.
I know in the first one, it may have been... Yeah, like you say, maybe in the first one we had that moment where you couldn't put more things in certain sides. I had to change out the bullets one by one, for instance. Yeah,
there were definitely weight considerations in that game. And you're probably right. I think maybe it is the case that... Because, I can't see a reason to change it, other than the fact that it's annoying.
Yeah, I think you'd mess with, the ratios and stuff. You'd be right, this inventory has a max size of this and things to have. I mean, we're calling it weight, but I don't actually think it will be weight. It would be more equivalent to bulkiness or size. I think.
Well, I mean, it's just some number that they...
Yeah, it's just a number to represent largeness, essentially. Taking up space of some kind.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think... I wouldn't say I enjoyed this one as much. It was okay. I mean, moment to moment, it was fun. It's always fun playing through these games. Like, I don't have a problem with that. It was cool to see it, but I don't feel like this offered much. And I feel like the normal thing that drives me through is sort of being vaguely interested in the stories of these things. And I wouldn't say I was engaged too much.
No, I can agree with that. I think it was too spirally, and there wasn't enough weirdly premise to really fuel your desire to go through with stuff. Like, the first game had that immediate, you are having deja vu due to this drug, and it's really clearly killing you.
Yeah.
You must find yourself, medication, but also you gotta work out what's happened to you. Like, why have you... Because you got that, and then you left the bathroom, went upstairs, and found a dead body.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Set of things that really set off a couple different threads, and there were only a couple threads. It wasn't that complex when you think back on it, bar the sort of made-up drug that made you fully amnesiac and wore away at your brain. But conceptually, kind of looking back at it, it was just a lot of, like, the person at the bar was... I've actually forgotten it already, thinking about it. I don't remember the exact details of that game now.
Well, I think that's kind of the point. I think the moment that you get rid of the drug issue and the memory issue, that game became more like this game that was the whole way through, which was kind of disparate and all over the place and meandering, aimless. I don't remember exactly what we did to get on the right path at the end of the last game. I kind of imagine we probably looked up some stuff.
I don't remember.
I can't recall.
Maybe.
But
I remember I started hitting people a lot more.
Yeah.
In the middle. And that seemed to actually work quite well.
Yeah. I mean, they're fun, they're interesting curiosities, and the mechanisms of their, like the UI, the inventory, the puzzles that they have are quite interesting. It was cool seeing the door puzzle, which was really the only like puzzle multi-tier. But everything else is like use item you've obtained somewhere on thing, and it will then get you to the next bit. I can't think of any other.
Yeah. I mean, they were basically all key and locks, yeah. It was pretty much all key lock puzzles. We had 4 keys we hadn't used at the end, by the way.
We had to wear a uniform at one point to gain entry into a place. So that was different. So there were a couple of little extra things here and there. But these games, I think, across the board so far have been very much put item on item and rub it together.
I feel like we've missed some stuff in this game because...
Do you?
So, just based on, like, because I'm remembering certain things, like, didn't the guide tell you to take the toe tag off that dead body?
It tells you to take the toe tag, but it also asks you to use the toe tag to get the box, whereas in the first one we did, we actually found that there was a different way to do it. We said his name instead.
That's how I remembered it, yeah, okay.
So things like that are quite nice and neat in a way when it does weird little things like being able to open up the banana, eat the banana, take the peel or whatever, and the mechanisms and like
there were moments where like you see like a brief glimpse of kind of a really interesting intuitive almost way of using this inventory system, because I think all of them have had one moment like that at the very least, where Uninvited had the accidentally lit the match inside the matchbox moment.
Yeah,
I genuinely think that was great. That was an amazing moment of
it's
like,
just cool.
Oh my god, I've lost the entire matchbox because I'm an idiot and lit the match.
Yeah, I mean,
it ruined the matchbox on the matchbox.
It ruined our playthrough, but it was a cool way that the systems interacted with each other that they had put in place
and clearly had thought of. And there's those sorts of moments, and I think like, I don't remember what the first one was in Deja Vu 1. but I feel like there must have been one in Deja Vu 1 as well.
Can't think of any off the top of my head, but
yeah, like I think there's just little interactions that can exist in this format that they've kind of created in this Mac Venture, and like with sort of this engine and this sort of inventory design.
I agree.
That kind of, if only there was a kind of a bit more narrative guidance and a better story behind it, I think the actual engine itself actually could be used for quite a good game.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if if someone actually tried to put more interesting puzzles around the mechanisms that were there. Because you could, if you're going to the extent that you can put items in other items and, treat the inventory like they are sort of multi-tiered things and recognize the different states of those items in the map on the level as well, there's potential for some nice puzzle design. And that door thing really did feel quite satisfying. You worked it out, so I can't claim the credit for that. But just thinking, oh, okay, that makes sense. And it's kind of, you can see the design of it from the way that the room works and what we'd learnt from our other devs.
Yeah.
To know that the game was able to do that is impressive. But then, the game also screws you over almost every other turn constantly.
Some of these things are design choices, though, as opposed to, like, capabilities of like the game itself. I feel like it's annoying that they gave you something like that with the door puzzle. It kind of puts the rest of the game in perspective a bit, where you kind of go, well, this could have been quite cool to have this sort of thought process and design in some of the rest of the sections a bit.
Yeah, it would be cool to see more of that in the game. Yeah, and less of the rest of the game.